Welcome to another episode of Asia Unscripted. I am finally back in Asia. I am at Incheon International Airport near Seoul, South Korea. And it is dead. Oh my gosh. I've been here several times over the years. And this is the deadest I've ever seen it. We all know why that is, obviously. So I figured I'd give you a little bit of a tour for those of you who haven't seen this place before. Now here's a food court. The food court usually has places like Burger King, Taco Bell, a pho place, but they're all closed. There's only one or two places in the food court that's actually open. And for obvious reasons, those are the Korean food places. So if you're coming to this airport and you're looking for some Western options, there are very few. And that's okay. You know, it's understandable. So there's stores like this. Temporary closure. You'll see a lot of those signs when you walk in through the airport. We'll take a look at the departure schedule here, and you'll see why. Yeah, so normally this is one of the busiest airports in Asia, one of the top airports in Asia. It's actually been awarded the number one airport in Asia a few times. So here's why it's so dead. This monitor is usually full of flights, but instead we just have 2 monitors full. And a lot of these flights, as you can see, are duplicates. You know, code share flights. So there's actually less flights than this is showing. So my flight's in about 7 hours. So I got time to kind of go around with you guys and show you what's going on. So, which is not much. I wish I could give you guys a tour of the whole airport, but cannot. So, oh, here's some food. I might have to come back here for some. So that looks good, actually. Yeah. Looking for some place to get some lunch. There's Baskin Robbins, which is still open, which is good. And whatever Snoopy store that is. So Incheon Airport is divided into 2 terminals. I am in Terminal 1, which contains most of the international airlines. Terminal 2 is mostly Korean airlines. They have they have control over most of that terminal. And there's Dunkin' Donuts. That's open. That's good. So there's a Western option. But this Italian grill next to Dunkin' Donuts is closed. The child's play area is closed. Let me take you into the gate area. Oh wow, look at these payphones. Prehistoric payphones. So here is your gate area. Not much going on. The snow is melting. Seoul's had some cold days. Yeah. So there's still flights going on, just not many. During a normal time, this would be chock full of people. This time, not so much. So where is this a flight to? Oh, okay. So at 2:40, there's a flight to LA. And then tonight at 7:20, there's a flight to Manila. So Manila, it's not allowing most foreigners, so kind of interesting they're still flying. I guess there's enough Filipinos to make the flight profitable, because right now South Korea is on the list of banned countries that can get into the Philippines. So it's very interesting they're still flying. But again, there must be enough Filipinos to fill that flight to make it worth their while. So I'll take you down part of another corridor, and then we'll wrap it up, because again, there's just not much going on. So they have these smoking lounges. So if you're stuck on a long layover like me and you're a smoker, you got options. It looks like it's indoors. The one in Taipei at the Taipei airport, you access it from inside, but it brings you out to a gated area. So on a day like this, it would be pretty darn cold. Yeah, we just upstairs is the food court area. The food court area usually has two sides, but this side of the food court area is closed, and probably has been closed since March or April, to be honest. We got a currency exchange over there. The nice thing about this airport is they do have free areas where you can get a shower. See that rest and relax area up there? So you can go up there. I think during normal times you can get a shower. I'm not sure if it's available now. You can experience some Korean culture. So that's pretty cool. This is kind of like the grand hallway, I guess you could say. It's where all three of these corridors meet. And there's a big departure board up there. We'll go down a little bit of another hallway, just because I want to see if there's any more food options. Look at really big TV, 214 centimeters. I don't know what that is in inches, but maybe one of you do. There is a lot of construction going on. Over here to the left is an immigration station. So usually that would be open and people would be getting processed out to get on their flights. But again, it's closed. A lot of these duty-free places are open. Probably not getting much business. There is some construction going on down here. Watch door. Incheon Airport, expect exceptional. Say that fast 5 times. So again, you got a lot of these stores, temporary closure for whatever reason. But normally, and there still are a lot of the top shops in the world in the mall. Some of them are open, some of them are not. So here in Korea, at least in the Seoul area, there's Prada, you can still eat inside of a restaurant before 9 p.m. After 9 p.m., you have to you do takeout only, even at the airport, which is interesting. Yep, Cartier. So stuff that is not in Asia Unscripted's budget. So they have a shuttle to the other concourse, the other terminals, a shuttle train, which is pretty fast. Louis Vuitton. Again, outside of Asia Unscripted's budget. Tax refund. I remember this from my last trip to Korea. So if you're just visiting as a tourist, you get the proper receipts from the place you're shopping at, and you can get your tax refunded. Some stores can do the tax refund right inside the store. Others, they'll just give you the receipt, and then you get your refund at the airport. So it looks like Starbucks is open down here. All right, so again, you got your luxury shopping. Most of those seem to be open. Again, I would be surprised if they get more than a few customers every day. Probably not. Starbucks. Pharmacy. Oh, there is construction down here. There's another food court down here. I'll see what's open there. What I'm probably going to do, I'll probably cut it off here and I'll do another video. All right, so for Asia Unscripted, this is Jason, and I will see you guys again in the next video here in just a moment.